Hello everybody, welcome to the finals of a Newcastle race. I guess this is not really classed as a championship race, it's just, pretty sure it was just an ordinary race that they were doing, but this is the finals. I did skip heat 3 because I started in first and I finished in first. There was really no excitement or entertainment to that video. Not that my videos are exciting or entertaining. So this is the second attempt for this video. I did have a subscriber, Andrew, here did comment saying that the audio was all messed up. I didn't lower the video volume, so I have two types of videos. I've got the actual video, and then I've got the audio, the commentary. I didn't lower the actual race video, so yeah, you kind of just hear the engine and you don't actually hear my commentary. So yeah, this is the second attempt. I'm not going to be able to say everything that I said in the first commentary verbatim, but pretty much I'll try my best. But an update on my karting future. I've fully committed to selling everything. I did have a lot of people messaging me for like giving me their support and telling me that I should continue with the racing, so I do love those people for messaging me to see if I'm okay and messaging me their support. Do love you all, but I will explain why I'm going to commit to selling. But first we'll do the start of the race here. So I do very slow starts, very slow, because that's in the rules. It's supposed to be walking pace, and no one else really does walking pace. They always accelerate too early and then separates the field, and no one gets penalised for it. But hey, that's karting Australia for you. So I go walking pace, and the lights went out really late, so I was glued to the lights to make sure that they actually did go out or not, and I almost passed the light before they went out. So I think that's wrong of the stewards to do. It shouldn't be that late of a release, considering that it was a very I would say perfect, but it was unless there were carts behind me that had issues that were too far behind the field. I don't know, I can't see it behind me, but it was a very good start, so I don't know why they kept it so late. But I think it did confuse second place, because he got a really bad start, and I was able to just as soon as the lights went out, I was able to cover the middle of the track, so he couldn't get a better corner, and I was able to successfully get first and just power through. Now, the reason why I'm showing this video is because probably halfway through the race, I was about 3-4 seconds ahead. I decided to slow down and let second place pass and have some fun with him and all that. You'll see that about halfway through the video, but I'm committing to selling. I do believe my cart and trailer, the whole package, I do believe it will take a while to sell, because not really everyone wants a trailer or wants a go-kart. They either want an engine or they either want the chassis. They never really want a trailer. The fact that I've put everything up for sale as the same price as what people would only put a go-kart up for, I thought it would sell very quickly. And I have had interest. A lot of people saying, hey, can I grab your engine? Because the engine is very good. The engine is very good, very powerful, very strong. It has a good driver behind it, but yeah, engine is one of a kind, I reckon. So I've had a lot of people ask me about the engine, but if I sell the engine, I don't really have anything else that good of a value. The chassis is getting old. I'm able to work the chassis because I have the experience, but some people might not be able to, since it's about to be 5 years old. So unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but just to say that the package isn't going to sell as quick as what I was expecting. So I might still do some races here and there just to keep the engine clean, because you keep it on the shelf, it's going to get bugged, it's going to lose its performance in my eyes. So I might get on the track every blue moon just to keep it alive. So there might still be some videos coming left and right before I sell everything, but the end result is I'm going to sell. And the reason why is because Karting Australia and Karting Australia New South Wales have no intention of changing, and that is such a sad thing to experience, to realise they're not going to change. And I sent a message to, I think he's the vice president of the whole association. I think he messaged me when I had issues before with the rules and the stewards. He was like, hey, let's have a meeting, let's talk this through. And he was very nice about it. He was very professional, he was very friendly. He said he was like over in Asia or something, helping their races over there. Or he was saying something like, he seemed very high up in karting. So I sent him a message again. I said, look, we need to talk, we need to have another meeting. I'm leaving karting, so, and I'm not wording this verbatim, so you can see here I'm slowing down. I slowed down all of that lap. There's second place passing, and now I'm just going to gun him down, have some fun with him. He is a very fast driver because he actually was pulling away for this lap, and it scared me a bit because I was like, oh, okay, maybe I might actually not be able to catch up to him. And I was worried because I was losing that slipstream gap. So usually about 2 kart lengths, if you're lucky 3 kart lengths, is slipstream gap. But you can see here I'm about 4, almost 5 kart lengths away. So I was like, oh, this might have been a bad idea. But keep watching. I do slowly catch up and put him under pressure, and the results are the results. But yeah, so I messaged this I believe vice president, and this isn't verbatim, but the message pretty much went like, I want to have another meeting, I'm leaving karting, I want to talk about Karting Australia / Karting Australia New South Wales, and this is what I want to talk about. And the bullet points were, is Karting Australia / Karting Australia New South Wales trying to make karting friendly? I think it was friendly and fun. Like I said, I can't remember I could probably get the message up, but I'm lazy. This is not verbatim. The other bullet point was, why did the gate close after 1 lap? Another bullet point was, why trophies not being handed out. So in this race here, I got first, like for the whole race. Overall, I got first, and I never got a trophy. That's not right. I put $500 into a race, and I don't get a $5 trophy. Like, and look at that! Look at that gap close. This engine's a rocket. It shouldn't be gap closing on a Rotax. Well, actually, Rotax is a better mid-range. But even saying that, it gap closes on an X30. An X30 is supposed to be way better at the end of a straight. Like, this engine's a rocket. So what I was just saying was, I didn't get a trophy for this race. I ran second-hand tyres, so I do apologise. This was only like a $200, $300 race. Tyres are worth $300, so that's a lot of the value of a race. I wasn't doing this race for the trophy, but what I say to my wife is, I would like a trophy because that helps me remember the memory. Because I might forget, if I don't make this video, I might forget this race. Eventually I look back through all my videos and I start remembering. But if I have a trophy, I walk past the trophy, I'll be like, hey look, that's the race where I didn't want to qualify and started in 9th and got second every heat 1 and heat 2. Like, that was a fun, amazing race. I'm not going to have that trophy to remember that. So he made a bit of a mistake there. I think I was putting him under pressure, and he just let me pass. We're different classes, so he didn't want an accident to occur. I wasn't going to let that happen because I knew that we're both first place in different classes. I'm not going to aggressively attack him for a pass that I don't need to do. I was just having fun with him. If I could see a pass come, I would take it, but I wasn't going to push for a pass. Like, I'm not that dumb. But he was worried that we would both crash, and he didn't want that to happen because he actually was getting a trophy, so he didn't want that risk. And I understand that, I respect that. I took the pass and then I just powered through. I think I was like 3 seconds in front by the end of the race. I think there was one more bullet point as well in that message, I can't remember. But he has seen the message and he hasn't replied. He hasn't booked a meeting, so that's super disappointing and upsetting to see that someone so high in the karting association is not willing to have a meeting to improve or to learn or to understand why a driver is so upset that he's leaving the sport. Like, that's, to me, that's disgusting, and it's very hypocritical. Oh wow, maybe I should cut that out. I can't even say the word. It's very hypocritical that they penalise me for swearing about a situation that happened in a race where their stewards are actually borderline abusing another karting association in Australia. I forget the word that I said in the first commentary. It wasn't abusing, it was, I can't think of the word, but they just I can't think of the word, but let's just say abuse. They just abuse the other association and saying that it's their fault that karting is dying, when it's not. The other association is so much more fun, so much more relaxing, while still being competitive, where Karting Australia / Karting Australia New South Wales is so dependent on the AKC, the Australian Karting Championship. And that's all they care about, that's all they think about, and that's all they work on, because they get so high numbers, and it's such a high racing event. Like, it's the Australian titles, like it's every karting in Australia can race. Well, not every driver in Australia, but every top tier driver in Australia races it. That's all the association cares about. They do the rules for that Australian title, and the disciplinary and punishments that they do in that Australian title, they do in local events. Like, how is that? That's not right. Like, local is supposed to be fun, entertaining, and competitive. Like, how can you not let a driver that's just paid $500 out to race? Like, it makes no sense, and I'm absolutely disgusted in the fact that this person will not take a meeting to approach a different view on local, or a little bit higher than local racing. It's just, yeah. So that's why I'm still committing to selling. Like I said, I'll probably still do a few races here and there before the kart sells, just to make sure it's still running, to make sure the engine's still clean. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I feel like if I needed to rant, because I feel like if I didn't rant, I would just cry over the situation. And now that I'm not ranting, I'm actually getting a bit tearful. So I'm gonna try and avoid that. Oh god, yeah. It's okay, it's at the end of the race, so people probably already left they probably already realised I'm just going to rant about association. So they're either going to stay to continue watching the rant and then bully me in comments, or they're just going to be like, I don't want to listen to this, and leave. So, okay, you guys don't have to experience this little tearful moment. That's the end of the race. Yeah, not much happened except for that little first and second back and forth. So yeah, I still have a few videos to put up. So this is the last video for this race. I still have the Tamworth. I'm going to have 2 videos for Tamworth, Heat 1 and 2. Heat 3 I didn't get the engine started, and then they disqualified me and I couldn't race the finals. So I'm thinking of doing helmet blogs. Like, I'll do a little bit of blogging on helmet designs. Like, I'll paint some helmets and record it. I might do that just to keep the channel running, but I know I'll lose a lot of subscribers because it's no longer racing. And like I said, I might do some races here and there before the kart sells, but when it sells, it's gone. I can't keep doing this if it's going to make me sad. Like, that's not why I want to race. I want to race because I love it and I want to be happy with it. Alright, sorry for the rant, guys. Yeah, stay tuned for the next race, Heat 1 at Tamworth. Thank you.